back to a Melly Monday. That was me unplugging the phone. Welcome. So, as you can see in the thumbnail, I was holding a King of Cups. We just really want to be in control of our feelings and getting what we want, working on ourselves. I'm really just feeling this energy all across, all around. Hi. So let's get started. I have two tarot hanging out here, and I have pre-shuffled oracles for you guys. And let's just talk about the main big cards that were out before we get going. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups to describe the channeled message for the collective. Anybody who's tuning in right now or in the future, just trust that maybe you're finding this for a specific reason. Maybe there's an important message here for you. And we have the 10 of Wands behind it, the 9 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands behind it. So just carrying a lot when it comes to getting everything that it is that you want. It's troubling you to even speak up on certain things. Maybe you're afraid of being rejected, or afraid that what the things that you want is going to be viewed as weird, or just having fears around that. It's still stopping you from getting what you want, because you're ultimately denying that kind of energy for yourself before even giving someone the opportunity to be willing and wanting. Like, you're cutting off the energy by not even opening the words or the portal for it. Just to get going, we have Eight of Wands, Sky Father in reverse, and Spirit of Cups in reverse. I'll show you. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Well, just off the bat from this Naked Heart tarot deck. Okay, let's just put it down. And then we have on the back of the deck, Eight of Cups. Just want to share that. Just starting off with the tarot, and then let's clarify what we have here. Clarify this Eight of Wands. Oops. Wheel of Fortune. I'm seeing it reversed, so let's keep it that. And Sky Father reverse. Let's clarify this Sky Father card in reverse. Tell me about this. Okay, another Eight of Wands, but in reverse. Let's go for it. Spirit of Cups reverse. Just clarify the Spirit of Cups reverse. Queen of Wands, Page of Cups. I feel like that goes like this. And the High Priestess. Can you see this? This is, it's all right. It's all right. I'm reading for you guys. So I don't know. How's that for you? Okay, to start off, let's just push that back, push this back. So you can still see that back there. Okay, from the reading, I'm just picking up that my collective is feeling unfortunate with how things have been going, because with this Eight of Wands here, and then with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Wheel of Fortune may have to do with some balancing that needs to occur. Oh my goodness, the thing is so jiggly. I'm changing things up and seeing how different angles work out for us. But anyway, let's keep going. Thank you for tuning in and bearing with me. But with the Eight of Wands here and the Wheel of Fortune, just lots to do here. Whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune, I do associate it with karma, and I associate karma with balance. So if you've been a bad person in the past, then some bad occurrences are going to happen to you to sort of balance out the negative that you've put out into the world, or vice versa. The good that comes your way is probably because you have done good deeds, and so on and so forth. So with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's kind of giving me this energy that uh we're balancing some negative, some bad things out of your life, perhaps because you whether it is because you directly created bad energy or you were surrounded by bad energy. Whatever the karma may be, make sure that you have boundary with that and have a good relationship with source, whatever that may be defined for you as. uh Others, not everyone resonates with the terminology God or higher power, or however you want to address it, your angels, your ancestors, whatever controls your universe. It feels as though you feel, or spirit is sort of tuning in and letting me know that there is the separation that you feel when it comes to the way that the universe is working in your favor, that you feel like it's not really working in your favor, especially with this Eight of Wands. Like you are really ready, you are really action forward, but you're not seeing it. So you start being in disbelief of your manifestations, or you're in disbelief of if God even exists, or if God even likes you, or source, or however you want to embody that. But that is definitely untrue with this, and what, especially because I'm seeing the Page of Cups here reverse, Queen of Wands reverse, and Spirit of Cups in reverse. So many impatience when it comes to perhaps a romantic connection, or a connection that you want to be more solid, or stronger, or more you want to feel more connected, whatever it is. It's frustration. I'm really picking up on frustration, especially with Eight of Cups and the High Priestess, because it's not completely listening to what your intuition is saying, and sort of, or okay, there's two situations where you listen to your intuition and you're going to be walking away from something, or um spirit is encouraging to walk away from something because there is neglect to your intuition here. um that your back is kind of turned from your intuition, and there's some romanticizing going on when it comes to your expectations, and hanging on too tightly to expectations. And while that's wonderful and all, the whole having expectations, like a standards, having standards is a good thing, but expectations, like, and placing it on too specifically onto somebody, it can really create lots and lots of room for disappointment, because um it kind of exerts the energy of one way or no way, and it's like there's multiple ways that you can get what you want, and you're refusing all those many channels or many outlets to receive what you want by just being so specific. You have to kind of open yourself up to the possibilities of how it may come through, because like, you may feel really separated from the universe, and that's because you are creating the separation. The universe, God, source, angels, your ancestors, they want to provide. The universe is endlessly pro, able to provide for you, but it's under no pretense that you have to do anything specific other than show up in a loving way, and not see or do any harm with intention. That you are remaining within balance and only being involved in something that would be of balance for you. If that makes any sense specifically, if you want to share how that resonates, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. But because I enjoy getting to know everyone, and we can keep going. But that was the messages out of the tarot to start. And I will go ahead and shoot off into the oracles and keep going on the channeled message. Okay, let's try and speak up more often on what we want, have more power on what we want, and do it out of a place of good and a place of desiring and believing that you can receive what you want effortlessly from the universe, like being open and as expansive as the universe, which is like a crazy thing to say. But if you try, you will see endless possibilities of getting the same thing that you're asking for. Okay, so let's just go. Let's go. I don't want to overwhelm you. So let's go. Listen to your heart, awaken psychic abilities, tune into the infinite. So I was definitely mentioning about being as expansive as the universe. That sounds like a giant thing, and it is infinite. But if you think about like forever, or if you think about just being connected as part of the universe, how amazing that is. Like just even being a part of something so giant, and realizing that you matter just as much as everybody else matters, and you are a part of it, you are connected with everything. Don't you ever dare feel not connected to the universe, because you are existing in it. So of course you are. Here we have 39, ascension lift. Prepare for rapid spiritual growth, be ready for opportunities. So being connected with your spirit, being connected with what it is that you want, will actually draw in the opportunities to get it. Even just speaking up with it is aligning your words with the with your mind. You're aligning your action with your mind. You're making more things align. If you want to talk about being a part of the universe, we are a star. We are stardust. We're made out of star matter. We are, and so it's like you can definitely be a part of all of this expansion and opportunities if you just realize and align, let your own stars align, your own energy centers align, your chakras align, have things be in alignment. Okay, cosmic sapphire 33, act with honor and integrity, speak your truth. So make sure that when you say that you want something, you actually want it. When you don't want something, you don't want it, and you're only accepting in what you want and speaking up about what you want so you can receive what you want. Because how can anybody know how can anybody know if you're not verbalizing it? Mind readers can only be so the ability is very hard to strengthen when you're not giving off signals or anything or words or like it just. Yes. And then we have blood circulation, halo, bonding, and affection and gratitude. Okay, there we go, out of this water crystals oracle. And we had the magic of unicorns oracle. And so I was just feeling like when it comes to your situations, especially our people who have partners that kind of increase our blood flow, if you know what I mean, if you know what I mean, show affection, gratitude. Maybe it gets your heart racing. Maybe you want things to go a specific way romantically, but if things aren't going bad specifically, why sabotage it or create a negative situation? If you want something, just say it. Just say, I want to be taken out and take me here, or feed me now. I don't know, like, these are the people who are in a relationship and need to be more communicative about what you want, or be clearer about what you want. I know that there's all sorts of memes and repost videos on, or photos about being frustrated about not knowing where to eat. And I can really resonate with that being frustrating. And so make sure that you're showing affection and gratitude when those occurrences happen. Like, hey, sorry about what I said when I was hungry or hangry, because you don't want your person to hang on to that moment and think that that is you on a normal basis, and really help them figure out how to take care of you more in and out of bed. um but that's just a very specific message for our couples. In general, if you're not in a relationship, this message can also still resonate for you, because maybe we have individuals that have blood circulation problems, like actually, like, like that, and that is something to heal. Like maybe something you can do with your friends and family um, to get better results about what you want. Maybe like fixing your blood circulation is a specific thing that you want to do. Going out for walks, it would be really great for that. Some sort of cardio work that would benefit you. Maybe being physically active in the bedroom might help. Who knows what sorts of creative ways you can do it, but there's some individuals in the collective that are blocking their blessings from coming in. Ebb and flow in reverse, blessings in reverse, radiance. So I'm shining a light to you guys. I'm showing you guys what is going on and what maybe you need to do to unleash your desires, receive your desires, see it for yourself in the cards being reflected back to you, coming out of just a whole series of bullshit, just stuff that you don't deserve, realizing something new about all of the, like, it's about something new about your situation. For some of us, right, if there's nothing particularly exciting going on, it's because there's blockages. Being resistant, saying no whenever, or being skeptical or no whenever someone asks you out. It doesn't have to be any specific thing unless you make it a specific thing. And then if you do, then really see the bigger picture behind the choices and what you got to receive out of it. Never see it as something that was a waste, right? Any of your experience is going to be worthwhile, worth experiencing, especially if it's from a place of, I did want to experience that, and so that was nice. Like, bad experiences shouldn't be something that you go into already knowing it's going to be a bad experience. They should just happen to you by natural effect. In my opinion, you should never create bad situations for another, or even put yourself intentionally in a situation you wouldn't agree with, or know that you wouldn't like. Just have that sort of judgment and don't push it onto somebody else. Really shine your own light on your own self, and let people who are drawn to you come towards you, instead of forcing others to see your situation in the same way. And I really love that together the summer solstice and the winter solstice came out. So that's really just balancing maybe the yin to the yang in your energy, or the light to the dark, the whole inside outside, introvert extrovert, like balancing or recognizing how much of each energy that you can have allowance for, and really just coming out truly understanding who you are and what you want and all these things. And this may take having to be like in solitude or be like in your own time to really figure those things out so you can express them to the people who matter to you or the people who are going to matter to you. Some of you haven't met some of the most important people that have will ever be a part of your life. You know, your life is a story. And so you know, if you're really interested in watching a TV show or watching a movie or reading a book that has a good plot line, you can create your own plot line and, you know, really like plan that out and like not live so vicariously through other people. Like live for yourself, speak up for yourself, do more for yourself, go out and do the things for yourself. Write down your goals, dream big. So like really they're not as unachievable as you make them out to be. You know, like we are more, as children they seem really unrealistic, but as adults we can create the possibility one day at a time, a few you know, a few tasks at a time. It doesn't even have to be every day an everyday task. It could be you dedicate one day out of the week or one night out of the week or 1 hour out of the day, like however you want to like bring that energy in. Make sure that you're still going towards what you ultimately want. If you have desires, if you have something that you want to happen, make, if it seems undesirable, it's because there's steps that you could be taking that are smaller in the direction that make it feel more desirable. And the more steps, small steps, big steps that you take, the closer that you'll get to seeing it be a reality. You know, if it doesn't feel realistic, that's because you haven't made it real yet. Your actions haven't been real towards it. It's only been stuck in your head. And so the first thing, a lot of what I personally recommend is just, if you have an idea, the best thing you can do is have it spoken out loud or written down. You know, I think it's like saying it out loud, but then like once you say it out loud, you've already released it. So make sure that you're catching it by writing it down and then like repeating that over and reminding yourself, yeah, I did have that idea. Yes, I do. I guess I do want to pursue that if I'm still thinking about it or if I'm still writing about it. But if you kind of let the thought go, come and go, like I think that's why we call them dream catchers, and we have to like write out our thought process. It's a strengthening thing. It creates, it brings it from an energy to reality. Get back to nature and reconnect to your hippie roots. So I feel like there's just a refresh totally needed with here, I'm going to read this one too. Your reality is a reflection of your inner world. So I feel like just we've been forgetting what it's like to be a part of nature, one with the universe, right? Because I was discussing about my individuals in the collective feeling separated from the universe, separated from source, especially because things are not going a certain way. And so just take a refresh, go back to nature and really, really reconsider if you're just holding on to a situation after you've already learned like stuff that maybe would repel or, you know, make you feel or decide otherwise. You know, really see the bigger picture when it comes to a decision, because your reality is a reflection of your inner world. If you didn't think that you deserve love, then you will accept in connections that don't make you feel loved. If you don't, you know, like it will be a disguise. You know, you will be like, haha, they're joking. But it's like, are they really joking if they're telling you the same thing all the time? Like, is it really healthy for certain friends to be calling each other bitches all the time? Like, it, even if it's well mannered or well intentioned, we as human beings can over time internalize these types of terms, and just realize how much you allow, what you allow, and why. And not just women, like men, like rag on each other all the time. Like women and men rag on each other, and it's all just out of competition or comparison base. It's not really healthy. And so if your environment involves is energy that is like that, just realize that your outside surroundings are a reflection of how you felt on the inside. So if you didn't feel good on the inside, your who you hold close to you is going to also not treat you well, because you wouldn't treat yourself well. So you accept in the same thing as you deserve, or as you think you deserve. Now if you start, repeating to yourself, I deserve love, I deserve this, I deserve this, um, people who would want to provide those things for you will show up. Now, if you're saying, like, I'm ugly and, like stuff like that, you're going to be attracting people who also think you're ugly and are going to enjoy picking on you for that. Like, just really realize that you take in exactly what is already inside. And so, if you want to maybe reconnect with the peacefulness and the lovingness of nature, that's what this card is out here for me with the like just reconnecting to the universe, reconnecting to nature, reconnecting to yourself, and really reconsidering and wondering, have I, who am I, and why do I attract who are the types of people in my life, and why do I attract them? And what parts of them am I like them as well? Like, because a lot of times, now, we're not completely alike in that way, but that we have similarities and differences. So if you're only noticing differences, maybe notice similarities and see if it's something that you maybe realize is also something that you would like to change or do about yourself, to open up and be more expansive. There's so many things that we are resistant towards seeing because it is hard to see, such as when someone is a certain way that doesn't agree with us, like such as accepting that someone would lie to you, or accepting that someone would cheat on you. But if you see yourself as someone who has done that or will do that, or is vulnerable to doing that, maybe that's why you attracted that type of person in the first place, or vice versa. Or the example may be too specific, but you get what I mean. Like, if you are embodying one type of energy, then you will definitely attract the same energy. And if you want to change the people or the situations around you, you have to change your own self and see how that will ripple out and reflect, and how you will receive back. Just everything has to remain balanced and mutual. And here we go, we have villain. You can always rewrite the story reverse. So some of us friends have been uh acting like they aren't the villain in their stories, that they didn't do something wrong, to create such a drama or such a specific dramatic event to occur. And it's like, okay, if you did make an action that caused a reaction, or if you did make an action that you knew, like, okay, just take the situation and don't add fuel to the fire, right? And just realize something new about yourself. And it's not going to be very nice, but the point is so that you can really let go of any burdens or anything. Because over here behind the 9 of Cups was the 10 of Wands. So holding on to a lot of things maybe that you did, or things that someone did to you, however it's going to resonate for some of you. Just taking that and not ignoring the fact that you are capable of making mistakes too. Other people are capable of making mistakes. It Expecting someone to be perfectly what you want or perfectly what you need or perfectly something is just too harsh of a standard to have. And you need more people or more things to be fulfilling you in your life, especially yourself, because yourself, your body is your tool for receiving what you want. And so if you are not taking action towards receiving what you want from the universe, like if you're sitting around saying like, "Oh, I want to go on a date," but then not asking anybody to go on a date, and then two, like not being on some, not going, taking yourself out to begin with, or making, bringing yourself the exposure that would provide that energy for you. Like, that's what I mean about smaller and bigger steps. Just make sure that when you want something, you are seeing how your action reflects or helps keep you in a certain cycle, or keeps you in a certain situation or a certain place. Or like, there's so many scenarios I can be describing for you guys here. And so just, really keep that into account. We have universe, but in reverse, and it says, we're all just stardust. So what I was saying earlier was about being a part of the universe. And feather, think first before you judge. And tree, let them go. All of this was in reverse. And so I get worried because it really feels like our energy surrounding belief, belief in spirituality, belief in this higher power that exists, belief in yourself, all this stuff, it just feels like so sensitive, and you need to just let go of disbelief and really just believe that it's not working out because something better is supposed to work out for you, and you're supposed to learn something about yourself, you're supposed to learn something about the situation, and so that you can move and change different and be different and actually be closer to who it is that you're supposed to discover about yourself. Discovering yourself is probably the most like the most fulfilling thing, is realizing something new about yourself so you can be excited, right? I recently learned that I really enjoy going to El Polo Loco for tacos. And so now I can be excited about going to El Polo Loco, and that's like a totally new way of love. And who cares about holding anything specific about a person or a person's actions? If I want El Polo Loco, I'm going to get El Polo Loco. And if they want El Polo Loco too, they can come with me or whatever. Like, make sure that you are getting what you want by doing what you want, and then bringing in people that would add to your situation, not remove from it, not deter you, and making it mutual. If someone wants to do a certain thing, take a dive with them just as you would want them to take a dive with you, on things that you want. Maybe give what they want a chance, or vice versa. Like, if you always give them a chance on certain interests, then say, "Hey, I would like to share this with you." Like, be verbal about how, be verbal, be creative on how to say it in a way that would be positive or persuasive for another, or even just taking the action yourself and being less worried about going by yourself. When I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. So really just remember that the reason why you want to go is because it would make you happy. And it's like, if you don't end up going, then you're going to end up still unhappy, that because you wanted to go and then you still haven't gone, instead of because you've been worried about, oh, what's going to happen then, what's going to happen at this place, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, you never ended up going, so you never found out, so you never got the fulfillment, and it's like you thought of it in the first place because you wanted to be happy. And so if you even just go, it would make me happy, I deserve happy, so I'm gonna go, it kind of, just the whole frequency of the situation altogether gets improved, and lo and behold, you're already doing it. We have this is in reverse. You had some reversals, I guess. It says, I am kind and loving toward others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. So this is in reverse. I feel like the trouble has been with boundaries, having a hard time saying no when something wouldn't be in alignment for you, or having a hard time saying, um like, accepting that you'd be not able to, like, incapable, or like the capacity is not the same. And so just being straightforward about that, it would be the best thing. Like, if you feel like in a normal circumstance, if you were the one who enjoys paying for the bills all the time, but something happened recently, you still want to see the person, or you still want to see your friends or family or romantic or intimate, partners. If something changed, speak up on it. Like, that's a boundary for sure. That should always be upfront. Like, hey, I don't have the means to pay for myself. So if you want, like, just make sure that your boundaries are clear and that everyone knows what's being offered and what's being accepted. That way, the free flow between you and other people is understood, and not just under assumptions or under any sort of expectation, or like, it's going to be always changing. You can't expect the same treatment every single time, because people have different moods every day. They have different events that happen during the day. And so everyone's needs and wants differ per day. So make sure that you're speaking up and being clear and being very, like, transparent. Okay, I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it as a way to get closer to love. So just don't be afraid of saying, I want food. I want to cuddle. I want to travel here. I want less time this week because I am going to be busy. Like, whatever it is, make sure you're expressing that. I'm in awe, in reverse, of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. So just trusting that when when someone is thinking about you and you think of them too, they're probably, when you think about somebody, it could be them thinking about you and they sent energy towards you. And then there's some sort of connection that needs to be made by one of you. Like, hey, I thought of you today. Or, oh, no way, I thought of you too. Like, usually it takes that, just sending energy in that way. That could be, it can be intrusive, okay, but if it's mutual, it feels really good. And so make sure that you're reaching out to your friends, make sure that you're reaching out to your family and your intimate ones, at least the ones that you feel have shown you the love that you are desiring at this time. Go towards those people. Make sure that they know that you miss them or want more of them, and try and make something work. And I believe that may be it for all of the messages here, King of Pentacles. Just really be in control of getting what you want, okay? Grounding what you want, because we had the King of Cups and then I have the deck and it's a King of Pentacles, to really make sure that the way we operate is out of love. That way we can receive all the love, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you being here. And if you don't know, you can find me here on YouTube, as always, on Patreon, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. And I'm so blessed to share. This has been Magic with Melly. I'll see you next time on Melly Mondays, and maybe with some bonus videos coming up, okay? We'll see. Okay, I'll see you around. Bye!